Hey, Trekkie, did you hear that? It's news time for my love? No, it's news and a character review for Seraphi. Stay tuned for our Valentine's Day special. So I know most of you must be thinking, what's with the Valentine's Day special? Well, in China, it will be the 16th. They have their version of Valentine's Day. So it kind of does fit in the overall global theme. But we do have a very interesting update for the Dragon Quest V event. I'm not quite exactly sure why that they put an additional one here. I'm going to go all the way down below. I actually didn't even take a look here. I actually don't know what they added to the August 4th update, so I'm just going to go back to the list. But more importantly, we have Seraph SP Scout, which you can actually see on the screen here in the middle there. But let's just go through the Love Struck, which is basically the Valentine's Day event. It's going to be a quote quote short event. Should be around 2 weeks. It will start the day that I am uploading, which is today, August 5th, probably around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, or 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Standard Time approximately. We'll find out exactly when, maybe an hour before that. But that's generally when things are going through there. There will be some gems and scout vouchers, and also we will have a guaranteed S pull. I will probably upload that within 2 or 3 days. Afterwards as well, I will do the guaranteed one and share it with everybody via YouTube. And this is actually going to be a news and unit review. And I'll also quickly now just go over the event. The event's going to be one of the shorter events. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do, and I'll go through that in detail. But on days 10, 11, and 12, there will be some boss battles. They are not super hard, but there's some levels of difficulty to go through them. They will allow you to earn some pretty good rewards, which I'll go through at the end. Later, probably next week, I will hopefully have the time and my voice, and I do apologize, but I have been getting over a pretty nasty throat issue, cold. I don't know, head cold. I don't even really know exactly how to explain it for you. But all in all, it's not going to be too hard, unlike some of the other challenges that we've had. But there are going to be some pretty cool and awesome rewards. So, let's now go ahead and take a look at the Seraphi here. You can see that she is a pretty interesting unit, but let's go ahead and do the proper review right here. So, Seraphi is a pretty interesting unit from both a leader and an overall unit herself. Seraphi is a... No, not a. Seraphi is by far the best healer in the game, hands down. Leadership is interesting. She has increased defensive power within her 5x5 square by 20%. So this is really very useful for EX fights. Basically, what you're going to do, and her I guess, like, sub-skill that she has that's actually not placed here at all, is that Seraphi has the ability to heal when someone else gets injured automatically if she's close enough. So what Seraphi really you use her for, especially in EX battles, you bring her as a leader. You have your cover tank, you know, whichever cover tank you want to use. She increases the defensive power of the cover tank by 20%. She has the ability to stand next to it and be covered by the cover tank as well if you want to do it that way. And each time it gets hit, it can heal. You also have a skill called Angel Charm, which deals moderate HP and grants regen for 2 turns on top of it. And what happens is she basically just gives you the ability to keep healing, and your tank will stay alive for much longer, and your 3 other attack units can just go ham, as long as you plan it very well in that regards. So, as a unit, she is, and I'm kind of already going to my pros and cons really early, but I just kind of want to help you guys understand real quickly. She is the best healer in the game. She also does some good buffing. Her first skill is Power of Protection, which increases defense and spell resistance of one ally. Basically, in the AX battle, you're going to use that on your tank. As long as your tank has enough survival, what you can then do is cast her second spell, Gritty Ditty, which is 108 magic consumption initially, raises the attack of all allies. The third one is her main heal, Angel Charm. Heals moderate HP and grants regen for 2 turns. This is an incredibly powerful skill. Basically, especially since her speed's so high and your tank's so low, that she'll be able to heal. Your tank will get injured, regen, along with her secondary skill, and all the way through, you will be fine. And so, what basically happens is she buff his defense, heal if needed, then raise the attack of allies, and keep repeating until the EX battle's over. Very, very powerful sub skill, and the only thing you've got to kind of worry about tanking that way. So make sure that no units can draw your units away away from your cover tank. And that's really where most of the EX battles start. Maybe getting a little bit more difficult with Seraphi. Otherwise, she does make EX battles easy. Her first awakening skills recover MP. It is a guaranteed recover MP. It doesn't recover a great deal, but in all honesty, from the way that you're going to be using her and her HP or her MP pool, she has nearly limitless MP, especially if you get those skills up higher. And lower the MP consumption, especially for Gritty Ditty. That is the only one that really takes a bite out of her MP pool. Second is Bang Resistance. Fourth is Frizz. And her third and fifth increase the Angel Charm power +5. In all honest, you really only need to have one of these units. The second awakening does really make her useful with the Recover MP, but it is not nearly as important as a lot of other units. Her level 110 stats, her agility is great at 483, her wisdom is incredibly high at 406, MP's at 506, and if you remember, her big spell was 108. The rest of the spells were 56 and 20, so her MP is basically great by itself. No real worries there. Her attack is relatively low at 296, but you're not going to be attacking with her anyways. Her defense is pretty good at 307. Her movement is only 2, but her weight's also only 50. Remember, she is actually a slime and not a hero. So that's good for her arena, and I'll kind of talk about that a little later too. So her preferred weapon is the Sweet's Claw, which is actually going to be part of this event. So it's MP plus 9, agility plus 17, and recovery potency plus 3%. And you can get potency, agility, attack as bonuses there. Um, all in all, this is obviously a weapon made for her. The recovery potency just makes her a little bit more broken on top of it, and if you get lucky and get 3 more recovery potencies, her regen ability is just going to be so bonkers that you'll be in great shape. Her preferred learned skills, I'm going to give you 3 here that are a little different, and then I'll give you basically if you want to have her have an attack, just give her any elemental magic. Doesn't matter which one, just give her one of those if you want to do it that way. I think, though, especially for EX battles, Blunt is a very interesting skill to use to basically ensure that survival, using her increase the defensive power leadership effect, lowering the attack power of one enemy, which I'm assuming will be the main boss or the main unit that you're attacking, and use that to basically ensure that your tank survives. Sap is the opposite, where you just want to whittle it down faster. So if you have turn limits, Sap might be actually a little better. And I also put in Squelch to remove poison, just once again to keep her regenerative powers going through. Those are 3, but if you want to give her a magic attack as well, her Wisdom's 406. She will do some damage as well, but she is mainly a healer, not a damage dealer. But if you want to make sure that she can do some damage, that's any of the elemental skills will be beneficial. Elementalist she can also do as well, but excuse me, sorry. Don't worry too much about that. Okay, so her pros, cons, and pull. Her pro is she's the best healer in the game. End of story. She's great isn't even the right word for EX battles. She greatly lowers the difficulty of EX battles by herself. Um, because of the way that most EX battles, especially if they're tough for you to play, you're going to want to have a cover tank. You're going to want to be able to heal the cover tank. And then you're going to try to bring 2 or 3 units to whittle down the enemies. That's how most EX battles go. And she is just designed to be the ultimate healer with her ability to counter heal. And she has regen and her buffs. Her cons, she's not useful for attacking because she can auto heal. She's questionable for arena, but she's a great attack buffer. You could send her out, but she only has 2 movement, so she can't quite draw a lot of units into attack her for her to heal herself. She does have a decent enough defense and good enough HP. What I mean questionable for arena is you generally want to win in 2 turns. Having her with the attack buff is great, but after that she kind of just doesn't do a great deal. Now, she can make sure that you stay alive. Turn 3 kills. If you're okay with getting a 124, then she will be very useful to keep you in the 124 range compared to potentially risking it out. But for the high level people, she's on the edge for arena. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm really having a hard time coming up with that many cons for her. So she has really strong pros, and her cons are. Am I going to pull? Unfortunately, I have to back off. It's the next units I'm not very interested in. I was kind of hoping she was going to be there and that I could pull a little harder for her. I'm going to probably just do tickets, 1 or 2 pulls, and the guaranteed S pull, and after that I am out. You do really only need one of her, though. These are her max stats. Obviously, 25% less stats there, but still her agility's over 400. Her MP's over 400. Um, I'm really hoping I get one of her, and I'll be happy to stop. That's pretty much all that I am going to go for her for those pulls. Now, as I say, this isn't the end. I'm going to go through there. So, Comb, I don't know exactly what they're going to name this demon beast, uh, but it is a very interesting unit. Not really super interesting for me, but it has movement of 4. For it has a very good attack, but the only problem is the only really good attack it has is the Dark Thrust, which is got an interesting fan shape, does 175% physical damage. Its AoE around itself is a martial damage. And the care itself does increase own defense, and for it does have low defense, so I'm not a huge fan of it, but it can do some HP recovery as well. Uh, but the main draw is has movement of 4 with an attack of 476, and the agility is okay with the 382. There's going to be battle roads. All the monsters down below here are actually farmable already. And there's a good chance that most of you have leveled these a decent amount as well already anyways. But if you haven't, there will be the Patissier Night Battle Road. The required monsters here, which you will get by doing some of the stories are all around, and the other 2 obviously are from the gacha. So the Night Road shouldn't be too hard to get through, and the main draw will be to level up the A's and the S unit if you do pull them. And if you don't pull for them, you should be able to beat most of this fairly easily. The required monsters here. Obviously, you can farm the required monster to help build it a little bit more strength. But all in all, fairly easy there. And so that's all I've got for the event plus the units. I do apologize that I was actually going to release this unit review either today or tomorrow, and the news came out last night, so I decided to combine everything into one large video. So please, I hope you guys like and subscribe. Please comment down below. What are your plans for pulling these units? As I say, I am really hoping I get one of her. That's pretty much all you need for Seraphi. It is a very, very good healing unit. Unfortunately, I already have my own healing units. That's why I'm not drawing for it. But she is an upgrade. But at this point, I'm not willing to go super far deep to get her. And that's kind of partially because of the anniversary. Otherwise, if it was separated out a little farther, I would have gone probably a lot harder for her. So I hope you guys do get lucky. For everyone out there, I know it's our Valentine's event. So even though it's August, hopefully you guys will enjoy. This will be a relatively short event. The next one after that is going to be Dragon Quest II, and I am preparing for that as well, so you should probably see that by the end of this weekend or early next week. So good luck, everybody. Please enjoy, and I will see you around later. Bye, everyone.